What's going on YouTube? It's your buddy Will from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel online at www.whatsupinthesky.com. Come check out the website. This is exactly where I got this one from. I was going to do a whole different one today, and this was brought to my attention. Now, I'm sure somebody has been out there and found it before. Um, it's kind of interesting, though. In the raw footage, just my buddy Todd from the website, I'm going to show you his actual post here in a little bit. He had, I guess, found this before in black and white. This is from Saw 1555, which means that's the 1555th day that it's been on Mars. So Sol is a day, which is actually really close to a day here on Earth. So check that thing out. Another ball. We have had these in the future on, the blueberries or whatever, but the blueberries here are free. They're definitely a little bit bigger, and they don't seem to be everywhere like they did around the Opportunity rover. They seem to be more like I put one out of these at one time and called it a cannonball, which I'm going to show you here in a second. So let me show you. This did come from NASA. Here's Todd's post right there. And what he's talking about, anyone noticed the lone blueberry in Saw 1555 composite? It's hard to see it in black and white. And they definitely make it hard to see. Here it is. Here's how it came down. And if you look at it, check this out. When you get up real close, it's one of the ones that have all the marks and dots through it, which then later they come back through. And I checked, they never came back through to do this one. So this never got uploaded in color, but it did get uploaded to the PDS system. Now, this is the way I access the PDS system sometimes if I want to browse. It's basically done by a school in conjunction with NASA to basically get as much out there on the system, put all the mosaics and things like that. They make mosaics of them, just like kind of like the Gigapan, images and things like that. So you can see there it is, and we changed the color I changed it to and the color he's changed it to. That's just my own eyes and his eyes and the focusing of the white balance. I know a lot of people wonder why why Keith can do one that looks like this, Neville can do one that looks like this. It's all up to the eye of the beholder, whoever is doing it and what looks good to them. I particularly really like Todd's here. I really didn't do too much to it. Here's his Gigapan of it too. So I'm going to leave this in there if you guys want to check it out. It gives you a little bit more of a scale. I mean, the thing looks to me like the size of a baseball. The Mastcam, or this is a Mali, I think this was actually the Mali cam. Let me see. Nah, I think it was an actual, it was the Mastcam that took this shot, but that's sitting on top of the rover looking down. So to me, it looks like the size of a baseball, racquetball, baseball, something like that. Let me get in that other side because I could sit there for days and start talking about it. But check that thing out. I mean, this is how they put it out. And if you're just browsing through stuff, that's kind of hard to see. Now, we've also had one before. I called it what I say, this was a cannonball or sphere on Mars that looked very similar. I mean, this was from Saw 746. Now we're talking about, double that time and you find the other one. And around it, kind of, just randomness. But this one's even got more interesting little pieces around it. Let me go ahead and go back to the Photoshop that I've got loaded in. And let's look around it. I mean, down here, you've got some pretty interesting pieces. Just this right here comes up and down. Here we've got a piece that almost looks like a tool of some sort. Now this too I thought was cool. Check these out. Here, see if I can use my... See how this comes up right here? It's got like a circle in it. Let me see if I can get that big. Hopefully it'll look all right on your phone or on your TV or computer, whatever you're watching it on. It's amazing. I look at the analytics and see how many people are watching and where. But doesn't this look? Tell me this looks like it's made. I mean, it definitely looks like it was made with a purpose. I mean, this thing comes up. It comes to a round hit there, and it looks like it's got some sort of eyesight barrel. Who knows? A piece of equipment. It could have slid on a, there could have been a rope one time that slid through there. Who really knows? And here we've got some really thin pieces that to me like sheet metal. Look, because there's the glistening still under the pieces. You know, you still got it up here. You got it here. Um, that or it's a very interesting. Either way, it's a very interesting type of. Look at that. That now. I didn't notice this before when I was looking at this, but see how this comes over? It almost looks like a rope of like a string of what a the string of pearls or something. Check that out. It comes up, 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 and I'm sure that's gotta be can't be light. If that is light, that means that they're definitely connected and going up and over them. And it's either way, it's cool. Check it out. It comes down, stops about there, and then continues on down. Well, and they definitely end as little red, you know, spheres at the end. All right, let's see what else we got on here. So here's some other colors of the same type stuff. So here we have some other things buried in the sand that look like the same color that gets matched out as that, as well as maybe even the color of that one piece down here that maybe belonged to that at some time. Here we have something else that looks, look at that. That same color again, just kind of a little piece. But all right, here on the side, more interesting things where you've got, this almost looks just like a play pen or play doll that was just destroyed for something. Who really knows? Like I said, I love coming here. I see what I see. You see what you see. It's been a while. I've been, like I said, if you've been watching my channel for a while, my mom has been struggling with the skin cancer. Everything's going really good. It's not malignant, so she's had to deal with it. I've been taking her to get her treatments and have it taken off a little, one by one. Now they do it. They either burn it off with the stuff, or they actually have to cut it out with the surgery. So, anybody who wants to send some love and prayers our way, I will surely take them and let her know that they're coming. She's never been a real religious person. Neither have I, and that means I've been a real spiritual person sometimes. Some of you are going to get that out there, but either way, I love everybody. I love you all, whether you're here to say, yes, I see it, or no, you're stupid. It's just a rock. But check it out. Once again, let's hear the big scene here, the show. Look at the thing. Somebody could chuck that as something. At least back in the day, I could probably throw it. It looks like a cannonball, Or it looks like, like I said, it looks like a baseball of some sort, about that side. But who knows? All right, guys. Much love to you. I'm hitting you back with some bigger videos. I got some space news coming up and a couple other things. So, you guys have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Peace.